Show that gets ready for the week of football that lies ahead has returned to a social media near you. This is all things football. City is Suide Indaba. That's the slogan for 2024-2025. Good afternoon. Welcome to it. I'm your host, Apiwe Roto. Remember to like and subscribe if you take a like into the show. Comment at the bottom section on the of Roto Network on YouTube. The show is available on YouTube. Breaking great, plenty to talk about. The home and away draw has been made as far as the MTN 8 is concerned. The UEFA Champions League, we just concluded match day one, and there will be inspection that conducted with regards to venues and stadiums with regards to next year's Chan tournament. That's just some of what you can expect. On to our newspaper headlines: the world of football in the last week. Pay TV channel Supersport and SABC have reached an agreement with regards to the broadcasting of Premier Soccer League matches, or PSL for short, including the new Battery Premiership. The agreement sees the broadcasting the agreement sees the SABC broadcasting a total of 51 matches, which includes 23 Betway Premiership matches, 10 Carling Knockout Cup clashes, 12 Nedbank Cup matches, and 6 Muzipa Foundation Championships and Ship encounters. The matches will be broadcast on SABC 1. On to our next story, which includes we're still on the still talking SABC. The still talking SABC. Kune has joined former Kaiser Chiefs shortstopper and captain, and Bafana shortstopper has joined the SABC pundit of analysts. According this was in a statement made by SABC Group CEO Nomsa Chabedi. She revealed the names of the new analysts that they will be adding to their team this season for the PSL matches, include with Idumile Kune being one of them. And a statement that reads, "Will be enhancing our coverage by strengthening the analysis team. This will make sure that will ensure that we provide insightful commentary and in-depth analysis of our for our viewers." They added new members to the team are Itumeleng Kune Mashangu, who is also a former Kaiser Chiefs player, and of course coach former under 17 former youth coach, and Tabo Sinong, who will be joining our resident and regular analysts, and Dr. Kumala from Simpiwe Lulu and Hlompoke Ghana in studio. The statement read. Now Kune's contract expired at the end of last season, and this could determine where his career, this could be him after football, life after football. However, the 38-year-old has stated that he does not. 37-year-old has stated that he has not retired from football. Onto still talking football. Orlando Pirates have confirmed an exit of one of the club's midfielders after the contract was terminated in a by mutual consent. The midfielder in question is Lesedi Kapinga. In a brief statement that was made by the club official website, they've confirmed that Kapinga left the club after both parties agreed on the early release from his contract. Orlando Pirates wrote in a statement, "Orlando Pirates can confirm that it has reached an agreement with Lesedi Kapinga for the early release of his contract. Both parties have agreed amicably to part ways following a meeting earlier today on behalf of the extended Orlando Pirates family. We would like to thank Lesedi for his time at the club and wish him the best for the future," the statement read. Talking Kaiser Chiefs, talking on to our next story. Kaiser Chiefs coach Nabi is keen on bringing in Burundian Burundian coach in Cedric Kaze following the departure of recently following the recent departure of Fernando de Cruz, who left to join the Moroccan Football Federation. News is that Nabi is planning to bring the Burundian to the setup, and now if you know, you must know Cedric Kaze and Najruddin Nabi are no strangers, having worked together at Young Africans, or Younger for short, if for short, where he worked as his assistant, and they won many trophies. As expected, Nabi went into a match and man down after the Frenchman stepped down. They left the club unexpectedly to take up the role, and the Kaizer Chiefs went 2-1 win over Maroma Gallants at the Toyota Stadium on Friday. Now, Kaizer Chiefs are in no rush to start to find a new to get their new assistant, but they are planning to bring Cedric Kazi to fill the gap left by Cruz. He was part of the background staff as an assistant coach in Tanzania. In a statement that was made, Coach Nabi has been very close to Cedric Kazi, and they achieved a lot of success together and don't rule the possibility of reuniting again. There's a possibility that there have been talks going on already between the two coaches. Kazi is a highly qualified coach and is from Burundi and is currently based in Canada and open to opportunities. But the Chiefs will want to appoint another coach now is another story, but we've got to wait and see. That remains to be seen. That on to our other story. We are going to be we're going to try to be we're going to be as brief if we can, because the football's about to start, kicking off with the West Ham and Chelsea game, which is another London derby, successive London derby. On to our other story. The governing African football governing body in CAF, or Confederation of African Football, or CAF for short, has confirmed that the next installment of the African Nations Championship, or CHAN, Championship of African Nations, which will take place from the 28th of February in 2020, February 2028 of February 2025. This was confirmed by CAF in a statement to begin them being in a statement, and that the qualifiers are set to begin next month. Now, you must remember that the chain tournament does not fall under the FIFA calendar, hence clubs are not compelled to release their players, and it's based strictly for locally based players. The qualifiers are set to be played. The first round of the qualifiers is expected to be played from the 25th to the 27th of October. It also confirmed that the tournament will be played in East Africa, although the federation has stated that it would communicate the stadiums and other venues that will be used for the competition in due course. On Sunday, CAF President Dr. Motsepe in a statement that was made, it was said that CAF President Dr. Petrus Motsepe visited some of the venues in Kenya that are being prepared for CHAN. The statement read, while noting the progress made and the commitment of the government of Kenya, Dr. Motsepe said there was a need for everyone to work together and with speed to ensure that all venues and facilities are ready for the competition. The tournament's participating nations must only consist of players who only play club football in their national league competitions, which is locally based players, as stated. CHAN represents an integral part of developing football on the continent, and you get your certain national teams are present playing your sending your under 23 and under 20 youth sides. The previous edition of the competition took place in Algiers, which was won by Senegal, who defeated Algeria in a penalty shootout. On to other news, we talk former South Africa's most decorated coach in Pitso Mosimane, who has expressed desire to take up a national team coaching job and get back on the World Cup scale. This national team coaching job. The five-time league winner and three-time and three-time CAF Champions League winner with Sundowns and two times with Al Ahly, has been employed since leaving Saudi Arabian club Abba FC in June and would allow to return to the World Cup. Now you ask yourself, now for many of you who don't recall, Coach Pizzo being at the World Cup, Coach Pizzo was part of Carlos Alberto Pereira's squad in that technical team, and was part of that technical team rather, in the 2010 World Cup, which was the first to be held in Africa, which was here in South Africa on our shores. In an interview with SABC Sport, he revealed that he's taking his time to find his next move, deliberating and shifting through offers. One offer was namely taking over the Nigerian national team, which was came in high recommendation from the likes of former uh, Nigerian great and JJ Okocha. The statement in a statement in an interview with with journalist Vili Limyandu, if I'm not mistaken, he said the World Cup I've done and with the World Cup I've done in the country was once. So my next job will be with the national team. I must say that that interests me more. But also, just because I say a national team doesn't mean I'll go to anyone. He says, you want a national team you think you can take to the semi-final of the World Cup, and if you can go to the semi-final, you can go to the final, and you might as well win it. So that's some of the things we are considering, unless it's a club again in the space. I think in the space that I think we need to play more in. Saudi will always be there. Qatar will always be there. The former Sundowns and Al Ahly mentor has not entirely closed the door to a project, but knows his interests may not piqued by experiences he's already enjoyed, such as the CAF Champions League and the FIFA Club World Cup. This was statements he made in a interview with SABC Sport journalist Velile Mnyandu. On to our other story. Former Manchester United forward and Former Manchester United forward and Anthony Martial has found a new home, joining AK Athens for on a 3-year contract. The 28-year-old French forward left Old Trafford after his contract expired in June, where he made 317 appearances, netting in a whopping 90 goals and contributing with 47 assists in the process. Now the 28-year-old his move to Greece comes after he attracted the attention of several clubs, including French sides in Lille and Olympique Marseille, Italian side in Atalanta, Besiktas, and most recently Flamengo in Brazil. However, it is understood that the offer move to Brazil could not materialize because he was not convinced by the length of the contract that was offered. If he had completed the switch, he would have followed in the steps of his teammate in Memphis Depay, who recently joined the Brazilian side Corinthians as a free agent, and which were in a contract that runs until 2026. On to our another player that has found a club. Another player talking onto our last story. Onto our other player that has found a club. Our former Kaiser Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns midfielder has in George Maluleka has found a new club, joining Motsepe Foundation Championship side and Kruger United. Now the 35-year-old has been without a club since leaving Usutu and will sign a 1-year deal with an option to extend. In a statement that was made by the Mpumalanga-based side, the statement reads: former Amazulu midfielder George Maluleka has joined Kruger United. Is set to join Kruger United. The 35-year-old has been without a club since the expiry of his date with Usutu and has agreed on terms with the newly promoted Motsepe Foundation Championship side. Yes, he's set to sign a 1 year deal and is looking to add experience and the variable experience, having won the league with league and cups with both Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns, which are his former employers. Another player that has found a new club is former Kaizer Chiefs and Amazulu, left back in Sbusiso Mabiliso, who joined championship side in Baroka FC. Now the left back joined Kaizer Chiefs in 2020, August 2021. However, in 20 would leave after a season, just after few appearances. The former Platinum Stars defender was later released by Amazulu in January after playing just 2 matches. In the following months of being employed, the 25-year-old for has signed a contract with Baroka FC. In a statement that was made by the Foot Motsepe Foundation Championship side, Baroka Football Club is pleased to announce the signing of Spusiso Mabiliso on a 1 year deal. The 23-year-old played for Kaizer Chiefs and Amazulu Football Club, and we welcome to Baroka. The Limpopo Giants said in a statement. In another state, more players on the move as on to all your and those are all your stories. Let's go to your results. The Betway Premiership currently underway. West Ham and Chelsea. Chelsea have broken the deadlock. Nicholas Jackson nating the opener at the London Stadium. So with Chelsea lead by a goal to nil away from home. Royal AM played to a 1-0 draw against Cape Town City. Prince Chueza netting the opener, which would be cancelled by substitute Mutabeng Sere. Kaizer Chiefs came from a goal down to win by 2 goals to 1 from junior young development players and Tutuzi Shabalala and of course Fundo Vilagazi. Polokwane City came from a goal down to win by 2 goals to 1. Keegan Allen's header from a set piece was enough to see Richards Base go past TS Galaxy with that odd goal, while on Tuesday, we saw Mamelodi Sundowns with Lucas Ribeiro while also getting on the score sheet in a 2-0 win over neighbor Supersport United. Pirates came from a goal down which was scored by former player and Andile Jali with a penalty goal from Tsehofa Mabasa before halftime. And another goal by Manapula Saleng, who also won man of the match in that game. 2-0 win for Golden Arrows over Stellenbosch, and in the opener, as Kukune United getting one over neighbors Magesi FC Clinton Lawson's side. 14 September, we saw Manchester United return to winning ways by 3 goals to 0 at Southampton, and Nottingham Forest beating Liverpool by that odd goal at Anfield, something they haven't done in over 35 years. Man City came Brentford. Another brace by Haaland saw Man City beating Brentford by 2 goals to 1. Fulham and West Ham could not be separated, playing to a 1-0 draw. Palace and Leicester City also could not be separated, playing to a 2-2 draw, while Aston Villa had to fall short. Everton had to fall short after losing another 2-goal lead after Aston Villa had to make a comeback from 2 goals down to win by 3 goals to 2. A goalless stalemate between Brighton and Ipswich Town, who are yet to taste a win, like their fellow newly promoted side in Leicester City, while Bournemouth fell short to Chelsea by the odd goal. Sunday saw Tottenham lose to Arsenal by a goal to nil with a header from Gabriel. Now there's been talks of Tottenham's Achilles being set pieces, and Brentford has spoken about using that to their advantage. Well, Newcastle came from a goal down, winning by 2 goals to 1. UEFA Champions League also kicked off this week. Match day 1, we saw Juventus win by 3 goals to 1. Villa make a return for the first time since 1983 rather, winning by 3 goals to 0 away from home against Young Boys. Real Madrid came from put up a fight, winning by 3 goals to 1. Kylian Mbappe getting on the score sheet alongside Enrique. and Antonio Rudiger. Bayern Munich did the unthinkable, one of the highest score lines, biggest score lines in the history of the tournament. Beating Dinamo Zagreb by 9 goals to 2. Sporting Lisbon beating Lille by 2 goals to 0. Liverpool came from a goal down against AC Milan to win 3-1. Bologna and Shakhtar could not be separated with a goalless stalemate. Sparta Prague won by 3-0 over RB Salzburg. An late odd goal after a mistake by Girona goalkeeper gave Paris Saint-Germain a 1-0 win. Uh, Club Brugge fell short at the hands of Dortmund, who won by 3 goals to 0. Celtic winning 5 goals by 5 goals to 1 against French side Slovan Bratislava. Manchester City and Inter Milan could not be separated, playing to a goalless draw. Thursday, we saw Srena Svetsa falling short by 2 goals to 1 at the hands of Benfica. Feyenoord beaten by Leverkusen, who are the current German champions, by 4 goals to 0. Stade de Brestois won against Austrian side Sturm Graz by 2 goals to 1. Atalanta and Arsenal could not be separated, playing to a goalless draw. Atletico Madrid played where Atletico Madrid beat RB Leipzig by 2 goals to 1 after coming from a goal down. AS Monaco beat too strong for Barcelona, doing the unthinkable and beating them by 2 goals to 1. Here's what you can expect. Betway Premiership carry continues today. Despite having no fixtures tomorrow, we'll see Golden Arrows taking on Marumo Gallants, while Polokwane City will travel to Magesi FC in another Limpopo derby. And Magesi FC's success of Limpopo derby. SuperSport United entertain Royal AM. Chippa United welcome Richards Bay. Tuesday we see Mamelodi Sundowns take on Marumo Gallants. In a early kickoff on a public, which is a public holiday. Remember, Tuesday is a public holiday. The Heritage Day. We're going to see an early kickoff of 3 p.m. Mamelodi Sundowns welcoming Marino Gallants. Orlando Pirates take on Polokwane City, while Royal AM will take on Richards Bay in the first KZN derby of the season. Wednesday sees Stellenbosch take on Cape Town City. Amazulu welcome Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs looking to win their first away win at Amazulu for the first time since 2021 with that Narkovic goal at the Kings Park Stadium. SuperSport United entertain TS Galaxy, and Kokuna United take on Chippa United. It's been decided Saturday, 5 October. Set your reminders for the MTN 8 final. Orlando Pirates will be playing at home at the Mos Mabhida. Now, when in a cup final, as much as the venue is neutral, when we talk of home and away, the home team gets to decide which kit to wear. They choose the dressing room and which bench to sit on. Orlando Pirates will have that privilege when they host Stellenbosch at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. The game will be available on your channels, SuperSport and SABC 1. English Premier League fixtures, we see West Ham welcome Chelsea. The game is currently underway with Chelsea leading by 1 goal to 0. Villa take on Wolves. Fulham take on Newcastle. Southampton take on Ipswich Town, who are yet to pick a win. Tottenham take on Brentford in another London derby. Another team yet to pick a win is Leicester welcoming Everton. Bournemouth travel to Liverpool, and we conclude with Crystal Palace, who did a double over their opponents in Manchester United last season. On Sunday, we have a double header: Brighton and take on Nottingham Forest, and we conclude the match with a blockbuster and Arsenal traveling to Manchester City. Now, critics have made mention of Manchester City, Arsenal having to beat Manchester City if they are determined to win if they are well prepared, if they want to win the Premier League, something that has been their Achilles over the last two seasons. And that's all however, that's all we have time for. This has been All Things Football. Let's do it again next week. The show football is currently underway. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the show. Follow the page, like the page. The show is also available on your Facebook page. Their support is not unappreciated, doesn't go underappreciated. It is very much appreciated. That's all I have time for. My name is Apiwe Roto. This is All Things Football. Let's give it a name and call it a day. Take care of yourselves and each other. Cheers.